In this lesson, we're going to switch it up a little and focus on something really important if you really want to draw well, and that is to build a strong connection between your eye, your hand, and your brain. The fact is, we cannot rely on our measuring tools alone for accuracy. When drawing complicated stuff, there's simply a point where measuring tools will not take you any further. And once you've exhausted your ability to measure, we must rely on that really strong connection between your eye, your brain, your hand, and simply draw the shapes that we're seeing. In order to do this well, we have to build this ability, and this exercise is meant to do just that. So here is the random pile of objects we're going to draw. Don't panic. This is not what you think it is. This is how this exercise works. You're going to start at the top of this random pile and pretend like you're an ant crawling on the outside of the shape. So you're going to put your pencil near the top of the paper, like so, like this. And then start crawling. Use the thumb and forefinger grip, not the writer's grip, and then go very, very, very slow. So I'm going to start with the very top of the towel here, and you can see how slow I'm going. Now I'm going to speed this up a little bit so as not to put you to sleep. But what I'm doing is I'm trying to record absolutely every little nook and cranny I can. My eyes are flickering back and forth between what I'm seeing and what I'm drawing every few seconds. All right, now we're reaching the fold in the towel. It's going this way. I'm going to treat the objects as if they're completely solid, so don't show overlap. Where the towel hits the portable lamp, just pick up along the lamp and keep crawling. Now you see the curve of the lamp turns into the curve of the headphones. I'm going to keep crawling. Two important things. Do not lift your pencil off the paper. The only time you can is if your line starts running off the page. Then it's okay, which can happen, but otherwise don't lift even to scratch your nose. Alright, so now I'm at the handle of the brush. Go very, very, very slow. The more you can record absolutely every crook, bump, cranny, detail, the stronger the connection between your eye, your brain, and your hand becomes. All right, so now we're at the tea kettle. We're going down, 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 down. Then we're going around, going around. Okay, so I'm going to speed this up a little bit. This is triple, quadruple speed that you should be working at. Again, do not worry if the drawing is somewhat inaccurate. The fact is, we're dealing with detail. And when you're focused just on detail, it's almost impossible to look at the big picture to see the big proportions. So your drawing is going to be inaccurate. That's a guarantee. All right, so see how the line here, it's running off the paper. Okay, in this case, I'm allowed to lift the pencil just for a second, just so I can bounce to the opposite side of the glasses. See how that works? All right, now the glasses touch the spout. I pick up the spout and follow along. Again, the slower you can go, the better. No points for speed. Absolutely not. Okay, and I'm going to pick up here, and then we have the wire. I'm going to follow the wire. Going this way, the wire hits the towel. We're back in the towel. This way, like this. And I'm going to try to record the roughness of the towel, if I can. And okay. So I'm done going all the way around. I went off the page perfectly fine. You don't have to start over. It's not a mistake. Once you've created the silhouette, right, the outline of the object, the next step is to fill in what are called the negative spaces. What are negative spaces? Negative spaces are the gray areas between the objects. So in drawing, we refer to positive space as the objects themselves. Negative space would be the background, the area behind the objects, and sometimes we can refer to the stand, the table. So in this case, negative space is everything that you see as gray. So let's see if we can find some negative spaces. Okay, so here's the towel. Let's switch back to our thumb and forefinger grip. And let's see if we can draw in a little bit of the wire. Then we have the lamp, and I think I see the towel underneath here. Okay, so there's one negative space. Let's see if I can track down another one here. There's another negative space going this way, going like that, and okay. Then I think I see another negative space. If I look closely, there's a little wire here going that way. Okay, got it. Let's see if I can fill in some other negative spaces. This one's going to be really tough. Okay, so we have some wires here. I think there's like a little sliver of a negative space here. There's a little triangle here. And then it does this. It goes like this. Back this way. Going like this. And I think I got it right. Maybe I didn't. Okay, not a big deal. Again, do not forget to go really slow. That's really the only mistake in this assignment, is just speeding up unnecessarily. Okay, I lifted my pencil off the paper. My mistake. I have to start over. Okay, there's another one. Little hole. Again, do not worry if your drawing is not accurate. It's not going to be. Again, by only focusing on a single spot at a time, you're losing the big picture. What else? Okay, so there might be a few other spots, but I think you get the idea. Again, go very slow. Do not lift the pencil off the paper. Try to record the differences in texture that you're seeing, if you can, right? The fact that the towel is slightly rough, and then the lamp and the headphones are a little bit smoother. The slower you are, the more time this takes you, the stronger, once again, that connection between your eye, your brain, your hand becomes. So, there's your first exercise for the day. You have two options. You can either download this image and use it for the exercise, or if you're feeling creative, put together your own clump of random objects and work from that. If you choose the second option, make sure to use a variety of textures and leave space between your objects so that once you're finished with the outside contour, you can then fill your negative spaces. In this next exercise, we're going to be doing exactly the same thing, but now we're going to be using our hands. So here's how this works. You're going to hold your hand out in front of you, like this. Start at one of the fingers on the top, put your pencil down on the paper, and draw the contours. Remember, don't lift your pencil off the paper, and do not show overlaps. So here's how this is going to work. I'm going to start here. Let's start it over here. I want to leave space. And slowly work your way around and try to get absolutely every little surface detail possible. So every wrinkle, every bump. Do not lift your pencil off the paper. Keep flicking your eyes back and forth. Do not show overlaps. Again, because you're focused just on detail, your hand might end up looking a little bit strange, out of proportion. The fingers might be too long, too short. Not the point. The point is not to try to draw a realistic hand. The point right now is to practice your contour drawing skills. That is it. Chances are you're not going to end up with a very good drawing of a hand. Now, in order to draw a hand correctly, we have to do two things. First, we have to measure the general proportions using all our various tools. And then sketch in the object, our hand, roughly. And then go in and get all the details. This is not the way this exercise works. Alright, so when you hit the wrist, jump across. Then you're allowed to lift the pencil off the paper. Alright? Otherwise, keep going. Keep going, keep going. Up, up, up. Okay, so you can see that I've narrowed the hand a little bit. Definitely doesn't look like my hand. Might not even look human. But for the purpose of this exercise, well done. The next step is to fill in your details. You can switch to your writer's grip. That's going to give you a little more control. And just look at the various details and put in some wrinkles. I probably have more than you. Up. Up. Okay, let's try one more. This time, I want you to make the situation a little bit more complicated. So as opposed to the hand going this way, create some kind of hand gesture with some holes through it, like this, right? Again, don't forget to start at the top somewhere and work your way around. Do not show overlaps. This one might not even end up looking like a hand when I'm done with it. Okay, now let's fill in some details. At this stage, you can start showing overlaps. Right, you can put in some fingers. Up, up, up. Fill in negative spaces. Okay, there's another finger there that I forgot about. Okay. Hopefully you see how this works. So I want you to do 5 of these different hands, all in different positions. So whatever you feel like using, right? Different hand gestures, right? Again, go slow. Don't lift your pencil off the paper. Then once you're done, fill in the negative spaces and wrinkles if you have them. That's the next exercise.